Is that working? No? Okay.
You might be able to trap it between one of the two.
I can't see which one of the little buttons it holds on. How's that?
Oh, better.
How's that? Better?
Project a little.
No, they can't hear me.
Here, let's do it this
How about if I just hold it? But then it's...
you wanna do that?
Yeah, I don't want to hold it.
Yeah, let me try one
Here,
more
try
thing.
one more time. This is pathetic.
Classroom technology.
Yeah.
I've complained about this microphone before too.
Where do you wear it?
I don't. I hold it.
No, you hold it. You hold it.
I hold it. Ah, it's not staying. Okay.
We got to get out of here early, too.
Actually, it probably needs to be more up in the front.
Like that? Better?
I got an idea.
Go ahead and stick it on my tie if you need to. He's going to put it through my tie. Okay. Any better? Can you hear me back there? Higher? Loud, talk louder. Is that better? I see, okay. Okay back there. This is really cramping my personal style because, you know. Okay, first I have to complain about this time slot. Every year we do this thing at 6 o'clock? This is the worst possible time to make a presentation. Everybody's tired, everybody's hungry, it's been a long day, it's getting dark outside, and you've got homework and I've got to be someplace, but I'm going to promise you right now that we will be out of here on time, if not earlier. Like, I'm going to shoot for like 35 minutes if I can. So, yes. Yes, but you have to cooperate too. That means you have to, because there's a lot of participation in this one, and you have to participate and be good players. Now, John has seen this show, and I see all these people in the orange who are the mentors. So they have seen my dog and pony show before, right? A lot of you. So you have to laugh at all the right places from last year, and you can't give away the answers to the secret quiz and all of the others, the things that the new people don't know. So we got to get going if we're going to get out of here. So this is my intro, which is just to get me, there's no video, no film here. This is me. So my intro is this. I'm Ron Bowdoin, and I'm an art director. And if you don't know what an art director is, it's a graphic designer who has been working too long and making too little money. And so people say, well, what do you do as a graphic designer? And I start talking about corporate identities and logos and brochures and annual reports and websites, and they start to snooze on me, and it's like, so basically I just make stuff that looks good. That's what I just tell them, and they're happy with that. So we're going to talk today about logos and brand and identity, and we're going to be done on time. And technology never works. There we go. Okay. And there will be prizes. There will be prizes. But you have very little chance of winning. So there are 5 prizes, and there's too many of you. Okay, this is something else you need to know about me. I hate PowerPoint. I can't say that word, but it is the worst. I mean, does anybody here like PowerPoint? It's no good for anything. Oh, I'm sorry, so sorry. Because if you've been to those presentations where you walk in and they hand you the handout and you sit down, and then the same thing that's on the handout comes up on the screen, and then the speaker reads what's on the screen, which is what's on the handout, and it's an hour and a half of your life that you never get back. So why would I show up at a presentation like this with 150 PowerPoint slides? I don't know. Why would I do that? It's death by PowerPoint is what it is. So, but we're going to go through these very quickly, because there's so many of them, and most of them are just pictures anyway, because I'm a graphic designer and I just want to look at stuff and look at things, and I don't want to talk a whole bunch. And So a lot about brand is visual identity, and that's mostly what I work with is visual identity, but we're going to be talking about personal brand today as well. So no death by PowerPoints. Here's the good news. Do not take any notes. I want you to put away your notebooks. I want you to fold up your laptops. I don't want you to write anything down. I want you to put all your stuff away so that when we get finished here, you can just bolt out of here. So any of you who are like obsessive compulsive about note-taking, you just have to stop doing it because this thing is trying to strangle me, I think. It's like my beard is starting to, okay. I'm just going to hold it. How's that? Lord. I don't like the big microphone where they do that. Don't take notes. We're going to move very quickly, and the thing is that I'm really only going to say 1 or 2 or 3 things that are really important. The rest of it's all just kind of fluff. Not really, but if something is really that important to you, if you really want to remember it, it's going to come flying out there and it's going to stick to you. And you'll remember it without having to write it down. Because a lot of what we're going to talk about today is, some of it at least, is about impression and what that is. So, and that's basically personal brand. But let's talk about corporate brand for just a little bit here. Everybody kind of knows what that is. This is all corporate branding right here. These are all logos for corporate products. I bet all of you here today have used one of these services or goods or whatever, and these are just things that you see in every day, and you kind of know what they offer, and you trust them, and they're dependable and reliable, and you know what you're going to get when you go into that brand, and that's what corporate brand is all about. This is your new brand, right? So how many of you are wearing this right now? I see several. Anybody with orange on has probably got one of the. This is this is not the academic identity of the university. This is, of course, the Longhorn, which is the athletic identity. This is the actual academic identity. It's not very sexy, but it's pretty new. We've had it a couple of years. It's got the shield. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is your logo, right? Is this your logo? Do y'all? Are either of these two people here today? No? Y'all aren't glamorous enough to be on the web page? This is off the web page. So they give you this logo that you can have for the whole 4 years that you're here. And that's all they want you here for is 4 years. They want you out of here in 4 years. But you're not that special because they've been handing these things out to people all along. You know, these are all the previous cohorts here. And if one of these is your logos, I'm sorry, well, there are some of you that's your logo. And when you're finished with that one, they're going to give you this logo. And then they're going to ask you to write a check to support the university or your college or your school or whatever it is. We're going to look at this this is a piece of the academic identity. This comes from the shield. This is the old UT, well, it's the existing UT shield. I took the Latin out of it because nobody reads Latin. And I want you to look at this book. That's the thing. What does that say? Anybody know what that says? It actually says nothing. I don't know, but in the new logo, it's this, and this is all the graphic designers have to do is come up with crazy stuff like this. Anybody know what this says, or why it's shaped like that? Y'all haven't read the manual. This is what it means. This is absolutely useless information. I'm a little embarrassed that I'm showing you this. I'm only showing you this because this is what graphic designers do to make themselves happy. They put stuff like this into their designs. Is that me making all that rattling sound? Okay. Anybody here in school to be a graphic designer? I don't see any hand. There's one person, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. It is not too late to turn back. I'm serious. Okay, but your logo is not your brand. That's one. It's a part of your visual identity, but it's not your brand. So now we get to play the Find the Logo game. This is one of my favorite things to do because what I'm going to do is show you bits and pieces of logos. I'm going to bring up elements of them, the shapes and the colors, and see how long it takes you to figure out which one it is. This is just icebreaker stuff. Okay, that's just a black rectangle. Anybody want to make a guess? And No? How could you guess? I mean, God, it's. Is that blue or purple? Old Navy? Old Navy is an oval, isn't it? Anybody? No, it's not Facebook. IBM. You said it. You said it. I was me. I got it first. IBM. This is an aggressive. This is not the game that you win the prizes for. I'm sorry, but that was a nice. Are you in the business school or an accounting major or anything? No. You are. Well, anybody? That's Big Blue. That's what they call IBM, just because that's their nickname. All right, we gotta speed it up. So that's just a black dot. There's so many logos that are just round dots, but this is where we're starting. Target. Who thinks it's Target? I can't sell Target. It's Old Navy. No. It's not Target. It's not Target. It's Texaco. It's Texaco. It's Texaco. Here's a little history of the Texaco logo. This is a ruly crowd. No, y'all are fine. It's funny, I think, that the most current logo, which no longer has the Texaco name, and the very first one they had are very simple shapes. It's just a red star that they started with. But y'all are too good. We're going to get out of here real early, I think. Okay, this is just a black box. It is these, I can't. Did y'all have a review session with your mentors before I came? Now, here's another dot again. Don't ask me why this is so big, but it's just a bigger dot. Starbucks. Any other guesses than Starbucks? Everybody thinks it's Starbucks? Everybody? No other. No. Oh, I'm just doing this to torment you. I'm trying to make this all very difficult for you. It's Target. No, wait. Do y'all still think it's Starbucks? I can't get one more guess other than Starbucks. Who said that? You said Heineken? What do you... There's always one in the audience. There's always one. How old are you? There's that red star again. It's everywhere. The fact is, there's nothing original in graphic design. It's just reusing all the same old stuff in a different way. Yeah. It's Starbucks. But what's wrong with this logo? Anything? It's the old logo. It's the old logo. This is the new logo here. And there's this strange creature. I'm obsessed with this strange creature. What is this creature? Yeah, siren, right. I don't think, but I'm going to come back because I'm obsessed. So here's that little history of the Starbucks. Yeah, it's kind of slightly pornographic at the top, but you can see here that they went from being known for coffee and tea and spices to coffee, and now they're really not known. They don't even use that language in their logo anymore. She's smiling. This is what they really want to be known for, and you'll hear me use that expression a lot. Is what your brand is really about what you're known for. And Starbucks, I think this thing is out completely. Better? No? What do I put it in my mouth? So I went on a helicopter ride in Big Bend a couple of years ago, and you had the big headset, you know, and because you can't hear anything in a helicopter. And the mouthpiece, when you talked, you had to have the thing on your mouth, and you couldn't. You're known for is they want to be known for this kind of stuff. That's what they want behind their logo. I'm obsessed with this creature. You think it's a siren? These mythical creatures. I think this all these animals here on this side mean that pets are welcome, and all those heads means Wi-Fi. I think. I don't know. Get away from her. Prizes. Okay, so now we're on time. Yeah, we're doing good, I think. Yeah. So I thought, like, how would I give out prizes? I have 5 $10 gift cards. And I thought, well, I can't really, it's just got to be random. An inch away. An inch away. Now, project. Now better. No. This is blowing my whole act here. We need AV. Okay. This is the worst part for it to go wrong. There's no way to win a prize other than being in the right. You know, I thought about doing something like, what's the next number sequence in this series of numbers, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Really, if you're sitting in one of these seats, then you get one of these things. Okay, so let's pass them out. Who's in? I think there's a couple of them over here. None of y'all. You've got one.
I was sitting there before.
Do you have one? Over here?
Thank you.
And I know you've got one, and you've got one. Do you have one too? I told you that was a lucky seat. You see, you just have to be in the right place at the right time. Yay, that's it for the prizes. I think it's working again. You gonna try batteries? If we don't get out of here on time, it's his fault.
No, it's LAITS for this.
Okay, well anyway, back to that. I'll try and project here. So the point is your logo is really not your brand. It's just part of your visual identity. And a lot of people come to designers and say, we really need you to really... Where I got the recipe, but I've been taking these potluck and people always talk about it. The other thing that people know about me is I don't. We're going to try
Try it again. Try the big dash. So
Clip it on. Okay. No, higher, higher, higher. Better? Better? Yay. Wait, this is not it. Where's my water? Y'all can still hear me? All right, we got to get out of here. But every brand is known for something. Every brand is known for something. All these brands are known for something. I don't know. They make you jump, run faster, jump higher, wider, brighter teeth. Faster, slower, tasty, hot, cold. It is. They all are known for something. What are these people known for? Just do it. This is Nike. We know that. We know this because all they have to do is show you this. We're back on logos again. We got to get off of these logos. So what logo is this? This is BP. What are they known for? They are known for oil spills. They are known for. There's a movie. It's out now. This movie. People died here. This is not good public relations. These people have a PR problem. Yeah. I didn't do these. But you should not mess with graphic designers because they can take your logo and do things to them. And but they weren't. These were not bad people. They weren't bad people. They were just a bad corporation, bad practices, bad policies. And once you're known for something, that's another line I want to get out. Once you're known for something, it's hard to get unknown for it. So be very cautious about how you build your brand, and no matter which direction it goes. People have brands too, and some people are brands. These kind of people, I love this. I don't think, are there such a thing as movie stars anymore? I don't know. These are like super people that have super brands, and you see them in the media all the time. Yes, Oprah is a brand. We got some Oprah fans in the house. Woo. She's got it all. She's got television, she's got radio, talk shows, she's got book clubs, and everybody gets a car today, and this guy actually, he's just known for being rich, and then richer, and then richest. And these guys are known for their technology and their businesses. Yes, all right, yay. Actually, these guys are pretty good as far as their philanthropy, and they're good citizens, or try to be at least. Everybody has a brand. See, for y'all, for my generation, she's not happy. She's not, because Gaga stole all of her show. So, but for my generation, there really is only one Madonna. So, and who comes after Madonna? Well, I had to put the Pope. I had to put the Pope in because I'm not even Catholic, but I really like this guy. He shakes things up. I just think this is a couple of years old, but she's just so crazy. Sometimes even crazy is a good brand. Oh. Now, last year, both. Rowdy. I'm telling you, we're not going to make it. No, we'll make it. We're going to make it. These two candidates, the current candidates, were in my presentation last year. I had no idea they would actually be the nominees. I thought Hillary would probably get nominated. I had no idea that Donald would get the nominee. We could talk all day on that, but again, these people have strong brands, very strong brands, whether you like them or not. Today, and by the way, please vote. Many of you are just now able to vote in your very first presidential election. So please, today is the last day to register to vote in Travis County, and you can do it till 10 p.m. on the West Mall. Vote. It's a privilege, it's an honor, it's a right, and you should exercise it. I don't care which side you vote for. I'm stumped. Also is rebranding. Sometimes people rebrand. This is no, really. In my youth, Bruce Jenner was an Olympic athlete on the Wheaties box, and he had a whole brand. And now there's Caitlyn Jenner, and this is to tell you that sometimes brand even crosses racial and sexual barriers. I don't know if you remember this woman from a few. Again, racial barriers can sometimes be crossed for good or bad in branding. Again, it's about how you present yourself, what your story is, what people know about you when they see you, what their impression is. Losers. Some of those earlier people might end up in this category later on. So we're going to look at some losers real quick. Losers are people who have lost control of their brand by either something they have said or done, or something they have not said or not done. These are people that didn't step forward and they either did something. We're not going to judge these people. I mean, I have, but I'm not going to do it publicly. The bad news is your brand does not belong to you. Your brand is not what you say it is, because you can get out there and say, well, I'm this and I'm that and I did this and I did that. But if it's really counter to what you're saying, the public is going to decide. All those theys out there, they're going to decide what your brand is. Sometimes your brand is out of your control, and you can only do so much to control it. So be very protective of your brand. This is like the biggest brand meltdown of the century to me. This guy had everything and completely lost control of his brand because of what he did and also what he didn't do, and what he said and what he didn't say. And that's kind of the case with all these people. Do y'all remember her? Yeah, about her going to prison? This woman went to jail, but you can still buy her stuff in Kmart. And this is her evil twin. This is her evil twin. This is another brand nightmare here. Oh. And not only do you lose control of your brand, but you lose alignment with other people. He's not going to be modeling Speedos or Ralph Lauren. He's in like Dancing with the Stars now, you know. Someone told me today that they thought that he had read that he was engaged to a Playboy bunny. Is that right? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Y'all are in a precarious place with brand, because with social media, and y'all can put any kind of information out there to anybody at any time, and be very cautious what you put out there. Again, what are you known for? If nothing else today, you're going to learn that you can sit through anything for 35 minutes, but ask yourself this as you move forward in your brand building. Again, it's your style, your skills, your quirks, all these things. But really your brand is kind of what's here at your core. It's all those principles and values and the stuff that you hold important, and your words and your deeds. That core word I've got highlighted there. We're going to look at this. Don't even read this stuff. This is on the UT website. It's fine to read it. It's very noble and worthy and fluffy, and it's very, I think, abstract. It's hard to put into use. It's all good stuff. Core purposes, core value. Here's the student honor code. There it is over there. Do y'all see this all over campus, don't you? Does anybody even read this stuff? No, I don't. It's bad. Let me tell you, this is bad marketing communications. No one reads this thing. It's very honorable and very good. It has any brand messaging that has the word abide in it is no good. But we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it because there's one word in there. There's one word in here that is really, I think, important, and that's it. That's it. You can call it academic integrity, but really there's only one kind of integrity, and that's personal integrity. And if you have personal integrity, then you're going to have academic integrity and professional integrity and spiritual integrity and all other flavors of integrity that you have. And that's at your core. Integrity, if you're an engineer, if you're an architect, you know that the integrity of a building is that steel structure, all the stuff that goes into it that holds it up, that keeps it from falling down. When all else fails, that thing, it keeps standing. This is very important. This is really my buzzword. This is my message today. This is where your personal brand starts. But you just can't go out on a daily basis and say, I'm going to be integral, or whatever the word is. It's not really an action word. It's It's something that's made up of a lot of different things. So I'm going to give you a few things to try and do. I'm going to tell you how to become a leading brand. Have we got time? We're going to make it. We're going to make it. You need to show up. Like today. Showing up is very important. Most of life is showing up. It's easy to show up for the really easy stuff and the stuff that's scheduled and booked and ready and you've got other people doing it. It's much harder to show up for the hard stuff. These are things like loss of a job and death in a family and loss of resources and income and all the scary shit that happens. Just show up for all of it, whether you want to or not. Just, again, you can show up. If you can, that's like 90% of it. If you're scared to show up, just show up scared. If you're not prepared, then show up not prepared. Just show up. Responsibility is not always convenient. It's seldom convenient. Show up. Ask for help. This is so important. It's kind of like, you think like these are so easy to do it. Sometimes it's not easy to ask for help. But we're not all that smart about everything and we need help. I don't know if you know who Joseph Campbell is. Bill Moyers had a program many years ago called The Power of Myth. And he interviewed Joseph Campbell, who was this intellectual, this scholar and teacher, studied the mythical journey of man in ancient texts. And at one point in their conversation, Bill Moyers, they're talking about eternity and why we're here, why we're on the planet, what's the meaning of life, basically. And Joseph Campbell paused for a minute and he thought, we're here to help one another. It was that simple. He says, we're here to help, so ask for help. And what happens when you ask for help is that you become uniquely qualified to help other people. This is very important. You ask for help, you develop some humility and some compassion and some gratitude, and you're able to help other people. And it works both ways. It's an amazing transformation that takes place when you do this. Own it. Own it. Be accountable. It's easy to stand up and take credit for the good stuff. I won the award, I got the Oscar, I'm the top of the mark, whatever it is. And you own, but then there's times when it didn't come out so well. You've got to own the bad stuff too, and that's what they mean by when you have to say this. These are 3 very valuable words. You need to learn how to say these because at some point in your life, you're going to have to say these. You're not going to want to say them, but you're going to have to. And oddly enough, when you say these words, people kind of respect you. They kind of realize that, like, hey, this guy actually knows that he doesn't know everything. Very important words here. Just try not to say them too much. Nobody's perfect. When you make mistakes, what you're going to do, make it right and move on. Make it right and just move on. But don't leave it untidy. Clean up the mess. If you've made a mess, clean it up. Say, what can I do to change this and fix it and make it right? Clean it up and move on. So show up, ask for help, and own your shit. That's basically a typo. I'm sorry. But these are the 3 things. And if one of these 3 things will fly out there and stick, then we're doing good. And if you do these 3 things, you're going to build that integrity, you're going to gain some humility, which we all need more of, and you're going to earn respect, whether you want it or not. You got 5 minutes. This is the blank slide. In every presentation, there is a blank slide. You don't often see it. But it's the time in the presentation where the